All right, here we go. Again, I'm Naomi, Katrina Sunshine. I'm just doing some takeaways from each of the workbook days from A Course in Miracles, and today is workbook day 13. The idea for today is a meaningless world engenders fear. So this thought is very similar to yesterday's thought, except for that it prescribes a specific emotion to this thought, right? So the reality is that nothing can exist. Like a meaningless world is actually impossible, right? Nothing without meaning exists. However, you're never going to think that you're perceiving something that has no meaning. So we have to say that the thoughts we're having are putting a meaning on something that is not actually there. So then that's a meaningless world, when that's just the part that's breaking it down so that we can actually understand the part as we go in to rebuild it, right? So recognizing that meaninglessness usually arouses the anxiety in people, right? This is where God and the ego challenge each other. And this is where a lot of people that are very egocentric are like, I'm done, right? So let's keep thinking about it, keep trying to rummage these thoughts through our brains, because it's worth it. It's worth it to be able to release what we've been doing our whole lives, to be able to form and gather in a place that we've never had before, right? For true freedom, for true knowledge that the world is made of miracles and of love. So, okay, let's see. This is where God and the ego challenge each other, and they're trying to fight over whose meaning is going to be written in that empty space, in that empty space that meaninglessness provides, right? So the ego wants to establish its own ideas to fill the void, because the ego is fighting to stay alive, especially at this point with the work that we're doing. It is essential to recognize that there is meaninglessness, except that without fear, right? So if you have fear, it'll definitely endow the world with the attributes that it doesn't actually possess, right? So then you're seeing fear, a fear-based lens is how you're seeing the world. And then that gives the world the attributes that it does not actually possess, right? That's your perception and your projection of it, right? Okay. To the ego, illusions are safety. They're safety devices, and they also have to be safety devices to those who associate themselves with their egos, right? Okay, so do this exercise 3 to 4 times, but not really any more than a minute or so, as it has been recently. So start with your eyes closed and repeat, a meaningless world engenders fear. Then open your eyes and look about you slowly, saying, I am looking at a meaningless world. Repeat this statement to yourself as you look around you, and then close your eyes again and conclude with, a meaningless world engenders fear because I think I am in competition with God. Avoid resistance to the idea in any form, but that may be difficult. You are not expected to truly believe the statement at this point. You will probably dismiss it as preposterous even, right? So be careful, because not paying enough attention can actually reverse this thought a little bit for you. So carefully note any signs of fear that may be aroused when you're doing the practice periods, and don't dwell on the concluding statement. Try not to think of it except during the practice periods and there at the end. So this one you don't want to really let cross your mind except for when you're actually working through the practice periods in this day. So happy day 13. I would love to hear any takeaways, any comments. Tell me how your days are going with your practice periods. Tell me how your brain dump journaling is going. Tell me if you're looking forward to day 14 or not. Let me know what you think. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.